Flames fans are absolutely elated and pumped up after last night's season-opening barn-burner win. Now, the Flames may struggle to keep pucks out of the net this season, but last night proved that it doesn't matter how many you give up as long as you score more. Now, that may sound obvious, of course, but at least it proves that this year the Flames will be a very exciting team to watch. We're going to talk about all that and more, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I am Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family, and what a win it was. We can finally talk about some exciting hockey. Yes, hockey is back. The Flames are officially in their regular season swing, and look, they're on pace to go undefeated after, of course, a big win last night in Vancouver, 6-5 in overtime. And it's so funny to think the Flames, for so long, no matter how good or bad they were, it seemed like they could never win in a season opener. Even throughout, the Gaudreau era with Monahan, with Huberdeau, with Tkachuk, that kind of era of Flames, they still could never win in the season opener. And usually that meant, no matter how bad the Oilers were, that they were giving them a win, and often against Vancouver as well. I know a couple times there were other teams here and there, but it always sucked knowing the Flames were always getting off on the wrong foot. But lately it's been good, and last night, once again, was amazing. The Flames were down 4-1 after the first period, and it looked like Raps. Just throw the whole season in the bin. Let us know when, the draft lottery is, and we'll be pumped. But the Flames brought it back, and oh my goodness, we first have to talk about that OT winner from Connor Zary himself. He honestly had a very good game. He seemed to fit in very well on the Backlund and Coleman line. They looked a little slow to me to start things off, but obviously got a lot better. And then in overtime, of course, Zary dangles around Hronek, made him look like an absolute pylon out there, went right around Seelovs, and just tucked in a beautiful OT winner. Not quite end to end, but pretty well, took it most of the ice. So nice to see. He was really good with Pospisil as well in that OT there. So exciting to watch that one. Another cool thing to note from last night's game was that Anthony Mantha records a Gordie Howe hat trick in his first game as a Calgary Flame. And that's already cool enough. So for those of you that don't know, of course, a Gordie Howe hat trick is a goal, an assist, and a fight. He fought JT Miller after JT Miller really pissed off a lot of Flames fans. He hit Kevin Rooney and it didn't look all too good, and Rooney did end up getting injured. It looked like he was going to get stretchered off. We'll have a little bit more on that later in this video. But either way, Mantha got the first goal of the Flame season, which was pretty ridiculous. A short-handed goal, which was awesome. He later got an assist and, of course, that fight as well. And I think he's the first player in something like 25 years or 24 years to record a Gordie Howe hat trick in his first game with a new team. I believe Brad May was the last one to do it back when the Arizona Coyotes were a team, or Phoenix back in the day they were called. But either way, super cool from Mantha. There's just so much to talk about still. Couple quotes that I really liked were from a couple of the guys who actually ended up scoring in this game. So I believe the goals were, let's see here. So Mantha, of course, Rasmus Andersson, we saw Pospisil, Weegs, and Huberdeau score in the third, and of course Zary in overtime. And this was a great quote here from Zary. We're going to get knocked down, but we're always going to keep coming back. Connor Zary speaks on the comeback win over the Canucks. That almost sounds like a Chumbawamba lyric in there, or sounds like Nick A30, never back down, never what? Never give up, and you'll become the king, of course. Wow, that was kind of poetic. But either way, Zary with a great quote there. He also went on to say that, the Vancouver fans chanting JT Miller after he hurt Kevin Rooney, which was so classless, showed zero sportsmanship from the Canucks fans, but them chanting JT Miller after Rooney is literally lying on the ground, not sure if he's okay getting his neck supported. Connor Zary said that fired the Flames up, so you can kind of thank the Canucks fans at Rogers Place for the win here, or at least sparking some sort of comeback. Another great quote was from Weegs himself. He said, "That's one way to start the year. It was exciting. I hope the fans enjoyed it." And guess what, Weegar? We definitely did. Could not believe that the Flames ended up coming back in this one, and it was so exciting. If this is a taste of what is to come, then my goodness, strap me in, get me to every single Flames game this year in Calgary and on the road. It should be so much fun. They're just such a fun team to watch, and knowing that they can come back is super duper cool. Another thing that was great from the game was this. So the Canucks tweeted in the first period, or it might have been right after the first period, saying, "Are you not entertained?" The Flames, a few hours later, after they had, of course, won in overtime, oh baby, what a reply to that tweet. Just a simple yes, with a period at the end. That says everything you need to know. It was so good knowing that we came back against one of our biggest rivals in their barn in the season opener. The Flames are tied at the top of the division now with the Vegas Golden Knights after they beat the Colorado Avalanche. What a crazy game that was too, 8-4. We also saw the Oilers go down 6-0. That was also amazing. 6-0 in their own barn against Winnipeg. Of course, we know how Edmonton started last year and how that ended up finishing. But either way, we're going to soak in all of these dubs we can. Last night was absolutely amazing. And the last thing to take note of from the game last night was that Mikael Backlund now has the most seasons in franchise history with 17. I actually had no idea about this until they said it at the beginning of the broadcast, and I was blown away, but it totally makes sense. It is his 17th year as a Flame, which passes Jarome Iginla. So now Backlund, he doesn't have the most games played yet, but either way, he's still been a Flame for the most amount of seasons, which is ridiculous. A lifetime Flame. You know, congratulations to him. He has represented the organization well, and of course, is our current captain. We love you, Mikael Backlund. But if we get into the one thing that wasn't fantastic from last night, it was the Rooney injury. So like I said before, in the first period, JT Miller, hit Kevin Rooney, and it in no way was it, an intentional dirty play, but it still, it just didn't look good. And then Rooney, of course, hit his head into the boards, and then, Miller's momentum kind of took him into Rooney, into the boards again, so it really wasn't good. Rooney was laying down on the ice, but a slight update from this morning. Eric Francis tweeted out that update from Ryan Huska on Kevin Rooney, who left the game early after a scary hit. I haven't seen him yet, but from what I understand, he's doing fine. Coach said Rooney is walking around. Now, at the time of this recording, there hasn't been an official update of what the injury is or kind of a timeline here, but you can assume from this that he's doing okay. Not sure if he will miss any extra time. Of course, I'll keep you updated. I'm sure we'll probably know by the end of the day. But either way, it does bring up an interesting conversation topic, and it's who will fill in. So if the Flames need to recall a center from the minors as a fill-in for Rooney, Justin Kirkland and Sam Morton are the leading candidates. Remember, they just lost pivot prospect Cole Schwindt on the waiver wire. That comes from Wes Gilbertson of the Calgary Herald. But he does bring up an interesting point. If the Flames want to bring up a center, then, is it either going to be Kirkland or Morton? I would love to see Morton come up, but I think another way to do it is you bring Coronado into the lineup and then push someone else to center. Why not Connor Zary? That kind of seems like the thing to do, although if he played that well with Coleman and Backlund, would you want to split it up? There's many options of what could happen here, but either way, bottom line is we hope Rooney is okay and recovers well. It already seems like he's doing good. It was very scary to start things off in the first period of the regular season, but hopefully he's all good. And of course, I will keep you updated. Now let's wrap up this video with the comment of the day. And it's actually two comments of the day because I really like them both. They came from yesterday's video, but they happened after the game. The first one here from Kaz Dave. He said, "I confess, I can't decide which is more exciting, the Flames 6-5 overtime win or the Oilers 6-0 loss." It was literally dubs back to back. Well, not even back to back. They were simultaneous. The Flames won the game and the Oilers lost at the same time and got smoked nonetheless in Edmonton. Absolutely beautiful. And then ZMALQP said, "Mark, what a game. You are so right. This group is exciting." And that's what we're all here for. That's why we are pumped up, because this is an exciting group of hockey and they play exciting hockey. If last night was a taste of what is to come, oh baby, strap yourselves in. This is going to be a wondrous season. I'm not even talking about the wins. I'm just talking about pure entertainment. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you like what you saw here today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.